guys, I know I mentioned in a recent video we're going to be moving soon. We are so excited to make the move, get the whole packing process done with. But in the process of packing things, particularly stuff here in the makeup room, I have rediscovered so many products that I'm like, why was I not using that? I mean, we all have those moments when you're like reorganizing and you pull out something and it's like, man, that's gorgeous. I should have been using it more. And so most recently I was going through my palettes. I've got a lot of palettes stored back here in this closet. I thought I'd address that in this video and share some swatches, and let me know if you've like come across anything in your own collection that you're like, oh, why was I not using it? First thing though is the Balm Voyage palette. I love my eyeshadows from the Balm. And these are great, but for some reason it's just not been a palette that's been really on my radar to use very often, and it's really cute. I do have a full video on it. It's got this neat little like passport picture, so when you look in the mirror you actually see your face like on this torso. Got a bunch of eyeshadows. They're all really big, and then there are 3 cream blush / lip colors down below in their own little section. But the selection of colors in this palette is really pretty random. I look at this too sometimes and wonder, where do I go with this? Where do I begin? But I did use it for my look today. I used some of this gold actually around here in the inner part of my eye, some of the mint green kind of working outward, and then this matte teal is awesome. It's so rich. It's just a really strong color. So I have that kind of in my outer corner, and I used a combination of these 2 matte shades in my crease. The quality is so good with these shadows, and you got some like really dark shades to play with as well. So I'm excited to get back to using that again. Another palette that is so darn gorgeous, and I got this for Christmas. It's great if you do like playing with some fun pops of color, and it's the Kat Von D palette in Poetica. And this does come with a neat little, oh, oops, there it goes, the little black eyeliner too. But look at these gorgeous colors. When I glance at this, I see 2 distinctly different color schemes. You know, you got your purples and your neutrals, but they're so fun to actually mix together, mix each side together. And I believe I was wearing this in my last Beauty Broadcast live session, and I worked in some of this purple on the lid. It's like a really pretty iridescent type purple, and then blended out with some of the copper. It's just so much fun. This is a really seriously beautiful palette. I also have Kat Von D's Ladybird palette, which is a lot of this kind of color scheme, but it's all matte. Just getting back to using this really reminded me how wonderful the texture is. I guess I skipped over this one when I was talking about the Balm, but my Meet Matte Nude, this one was hiding from me. I have a little thing that looks like a letter organizer or something, and my shorter palettes kind of dip down below where I can even see them. And really, isn't it just a matter of seeing what you have to help you actually use it? Like, it just has to be in view, and then I think there's probably like a 75% better chance that you're gonna pick it up and use it. But if you love mattes and you love neutrals, this is awesome. Again, same kind of sizing on the shadows as the Balm Voyage palette that I mentioned. I feel like when I'm going toward mattes, I've been picking up my IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette, which I love, but this is great also, and just the intensity of every single color is outstanding. Purely matte shades, and also just kind of nice if you need that one basic like super dark brown. You know, you've got it in here and you can work it in with other shadows like your singles or other palettes that are lacking those kinds of shades. And then just a couple more neutral palettes that I totally adore, but have not been getting use out of lately, and it's my Coastal Scents Revealed palette. This, I did an extensive blog post showing every shade in here and how it's either a dupe for Naked 1 or Naked 2. So if you really want to save some money, I think this sells for like around 19 bucks or something on Coastal Scents website, and really nicely pigmented colors, matte and shimmer, and like some really metallic shades in there as well. So I'll definitely link to the post below where I mapped out all the dupes, because it's not necessarily like a straight across like here's Naked 1, here's Naked quick too. It's kind of all over the place. And if you've just been curious about naked palettes but held off, what a great way to get like tons of those shades. I wish they put a mirror in here. That's kind of a downfall if you're using this for travel. And then also my Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. This was something that I know had been blogged about in the past, but just hasn't been used real often or talked about very frequently in my videos. But I find the textures of these shadows, and anyone else, you know, chime in if you've got this, but don't they feel pretty similar to like the softness of Loraque's eyeshadows? I love some of the mattes that are in here because these kind of warm shades, I know they've got a great single called, I think it's Topaz, and it reminds me a lot of this color right here. Some great pinks, this shade, right up my alley, like deep burgundy plum. It's just so great for those soft, pretty eye looks that you want just blended up into nothingness, you know, like just that perfect diffused blend on the outside of your eye. There are a lot of great like blendy kind of shades here in both matte and shimmery finishes, and I don't even find the shimmery stuff to be that like outrageous either. But those would definitely be my 5 palettes that in my packing process I fell in love with all over again, and I'm just going to definitely make a point to use these as we go throughout the summer. And as you can see, I kind of like them all for different reasons. Like the Kat Von D and the Balm Voyage, you know, great for those little pops of color. Basic matte shades, the Meet Matte Nude is awesome. And then a couple of pretty affordable neutral options, you know, with the Sigma one and those pretty pinks that I love, and then the Revealed palette that's just chock full of Naked and Naked 2 dupes. So thank you for taking time to watch this video, guys. It's probably going to be one of my last videos that you see in this makeup room. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.